Governor Maura Healey staffers has been charged with trafficking cocaine.
America, we just witnessed one of the most brazen examples of government corruption in Massachusetts memory. LaMar Cook, the deputy director of Massachusetts, Governor Maura Healey's Western office, was running a massive cocaine trafficking operation out of the state government building. This man was having kilograms of cocaine shipped directly to his state office while collecting a $114,000 taxpayer-funded salary. But here's the kicker. He was using his previous position as director of state-run hotel to facilitate drug deliveries for months before moving the operation to the governor's office.
Dangerousness hearing for LaMar Cook. The former aide to Governor Maura Healey was held this morning at Springfield District Court.
Not a seat in the courthouse was empty for LaMar Cook's dangerousness hearing, where we found out he would be held without the right to bail.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This story perfectly exposes how Democrat politicians surround themselves with criminals, then act shocked when they get caught. Let me break down exactly what LaMar Cook was doing. This wasn't some small-time operation. We're talking about a sophisticated drug trafficking network that moved over 21 kilograms of cocaine through multiple locations over several months.
A man working for Governor Maura Healey's office has been arrested after allegedly having drugs delivered to a state office building. Now, this happened in Springfield. LaMar Cook worked out of the Springfield state office building as a deputy director for the governor's office. The DA's office says 8 kilograms of cocaine was shipped to that building on Saturday, and investigators searched Cook's office on Monday night.
This man was literally having coca delivered to state government buildings like it was an Amazon package. 8 kilos of coca, that's not for personal use. That is some major distribution there. And he was doing it while working as the governor's liaison to Western Massachusetts communities. But this operation is much bigger than just one delivery. According to court documents, Cook had been using his previous position as director of Hotel UMass to facilitate drug deliveries for months.
As officials say, he allegedly had over 7,000 grams, which is 7 kilograms of cocaine. That charge stemmed from a controlled delivery of those drugs to Cook at the Springfield State Office building on Saturday. Cook is also allegedly connected to 12 more kilograms of cocaine seized from Hotel UMass where he used to work.
This is part of a larger investigation involving multiple package deliveries to different locations across Western Massachusetts. Cook wasn't just a user, he was running a distribution network while collecting taxpayer money to supposedly serve his community. And here's where it gets really disturbing. Before Cook worked for Governor Healey, he was the director of Hotel UMass, a state-run facility. He was using that position to receive drug shipments for months before he moved operations to the governor's office.
Now, the police reports include surveillance photos allegedly of Cook receiving packages with drugs on 2 occasions at Hotel UMass in Amherst, where he once managed. The DA's office says police seized 21 kilograms of suspected cocaine over all of these deliveries that they connect to Cook.
21 kilograms of coca total, you guys. That's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars on the street. This man was running a major drug operation while managing a state facility. Then he moved the operation to the governor's office when he got promoted. Cook was having packages shipped from Atlanta, Georgia to Winter Haven, Florida, using fake names like Morgan Gordon and Gary Woods. When packages couldn't be delivered to a fake guest at Hotel UMass, they were moved to the mailroom where Cook would retrieve them. Think about this. Cook was using his position of authority in a state-run hotel to facilitate drug trafficking. He had access to the mailroom. He could retrieve packages addressed to fake names, and he had the perfect cover because he was supposed to be there. When Cook got promoted to deputy director of Governor Healey's Western Massachusetts office, he didn't stop his drug operation. He just moved it to even more brazen locations. The Springfield State Office building.
Cook is 45 years old. He's seen here on Springfield Community TV while he was running for a city council seat in 2022. He was named the governor's deputy director of Western Massachusetts in 2023. In that role, he served as a liaison to residents in the western part of the Commonwealth.
So in 2023, Governor Healey hired this man to be the liaison to Western Massachusetts residents. His job was to work with stakeholders, constituents, and local municipalities on regional issues. Instead, he was running a coca trafficking operation out of the state office building. On October 24th, federal agents intercepted another package containing approximately 7,800 grams of cocaine, again marked with the word gold, that was being delivered to Cook's office at the Springfield state office building.
He faces 4 charges now: cocaine trafficking, more than 200 grams, unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition, and the unlawful operation of a motor vehicle. He's been fired from his position with the Healey administration.
When they arrested Cook, they also searched his home and found a 9mm pistol with ammunition. And get this, he doesn't have a firearm license. So we're talking about drug trafficking and illegal weapons possessions by a high-ranking state government official. We've seen this before. But let's talk about who LaMar Cook really was before he got caught. This wasn't some random state employee. This was a political connected individual who was actively involved in Springfield politics and community organizations. Cook ran for Springfield City Council in 2022. He co-founded something called Back to School Brighter Initiative that provided free haircuts, backpacks, and school supplies to local children. He was a member of Springfield Community Preservation Committee. He had a degree in political science from Western New England University.
A statement from her office this morning reads, quote, "The governor's office has been made aware of the arrest of an employee, LaMar Cook. The conduct that occurred here is unacceptable and represents a major breach of the public trust. Mr. Cook has been terminated from his position effective immediately. This criminal investigation is ongoing, and our administration will work with law enforcement to assist them in their work."
Governor Healey's statement says this represents a major breach in public trust. But here's my question. How do you hire somebody to be your deputy director without knowing they're running a drug operation? How does somebody traffic 21 kilos of coca through state facilities without anybody noticing? This man was making 114 grand a year on taxpayer money while running a coca empire. He was supposed to be serving Western Massachusetts communities, but instead he was flooding those same communities with drugs. This case perfectly illustrates everything wrong with how Democrat politicians operate. They surround themselves with criminals, give them positions of authority, then act shocked when they get caught. Cook was arrested during a traffic stop where he provided officers with a Georgia's driver's license, despite being a Massachusetts resident for 3 years. He was cited for unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle, another violation of law by somebody who is supposed to be upholding it. The investigation involved multiple law enforcement agencies, Massachusetts State Police, Homeland Security investigations, the FBI, the local police department. It took months to coordinate and build a case against somebody who was operating right under the government's noses. Cook was receiving packages from Georgia and Florida using the U.S. mail system to traffic drugs, and it operated across multiple jurisdictions. But here's what really gets me. While Cook was trafficking coca through state facilities, Governor Healey was probably giving speeches about criminal justice reform and helping communities. The hypocrisy here is absolutely staggering. America, this story perfectly exposes the corruption that runs through Democrat administrations at every level. LaMar Cook wasn't just some low-level employee. He was the deputy director of the governor's Western Massachusetts office, making $114K a year to supposedly serve the communities while he was actually poisoning them with coca. This man ran for city council, funded community programs, and positioned himself as a public servant while running a major trafficking operation through state facilities. And Governor Healey wants us to believe that she had no idea what was happening in her own administration. 21 kilos of coca. 21 kilos, you guys. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in street value. Multiple state facilities used for drug trafficking, illegal weapons possessions, and all of this happening while Cook collected taxpayer money to supposedly help Western Massachusetts. This is exactly why we need accountability in our government. This is why we need background checks and oversight of public officials. And this is why we can't trust Democrat politicians who claim that they care more about communities while they hire criminals to run their operation. Let me know what you think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if if you kindly would share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.